and welcome to Coaster Gents. Today I'm going to be sharing with you what I think Secret Weapon 9 will be, where it's located, what the theme will be, and what the actual coaster will be, backed up by evidence. So let's get into it. So over the years there have been many secret weapons. I think I may have figured out some sort of pattern. In 1994, Nemesis came to Alton Towers, and then there was a 2-year gap between Oblivion in 1998. Then there was a 4-year gap between Oblivion and Air in 2002. Then we saw a massive gap between Secret Weapon 5 and Secret Weapon 6, but this is due to Spinball Wizard in 2004 and Rita in 2005. Then there was a 3-year gap between Secret Weapon 6 and Secret Weapon 7, which isn't a big gap. So as you can see here, Alton Towers are trying to go between 2 and 4 years between their secret weapons. But then in 2015 the Smiler accident happened, which made a massive delay of 5 years before we got Wickerman. Now, I predict another 5-year delay because of COVID-19 and David Walliams being postponed 1 year. Because of David Walliams being postponed 1 year, that means every other project that Alton Towers has lined up is also going to be knocked back a year. So therefore, I think Secret Weapon 9 will be either 2022 or 2023. So first I'm going to say where I don't think it will be, but I suppose they are possibilities because other people are mentioning them. So I'm 100% certain really that Secret Weapon 9 will not replace Rita, because yes, Rita isn't very popular within the theme park community, but for non-enthusiasts, Rita is a very, very popular ride at Towers. And also it just costs way too much to remove, and then also you're paying for a new roller coaster there, and with COVID-19 I just don't think they can do that yet. And it's also still quite a young coaster really, and very reliable, but it is quite a slow throughput. So the next one is a possibility because there is a lot of space there and they could do something really creative and like very heavily themed, but I don't think it will happen. The Galactica car park. So the Galactica car park would be good because of the crate. They could do something really good with it. But from my time working in the box office on Tower Street, a lot of non-enthusiasts complain that it's just way too far, the park. So why would they extend it even more when they already get loads of complaints that guests are walking too far? So now let's talk about the locations where it could go. The first one being Katanga Canyon, where the Congo River Rapids is. Now, the Congo River Rapids is a bit dead now. They've restricted everything on it, took away the waterfalls, everything. It's just not a really good ride. Now, before you turn off because you disagree, let me try and change your mind. So this is where it'll be. My next location is the forest between Wickerman and Nemesis, just in front of Jewel. When searching the internet, I found blueprints for a Vekoma booster bike to go between Jewel and Nemesis. The plans were put on the shelf in 2004, but were submitted to the council. The reason I put these two coasters here was because the double theory, as you can see here, is Nemesis and Galactica together, Rita and 13 together, Smiler and Oblivion together, Wickerman and nothing. So that's why I think that Secret Weapon 9 will be around there. Either a Mack water coaster or an Intamin Blitz. So I really think Towers would benefit from one of these coasters. Axis coaster would also really be good at Towers because it doesn't exist in the world yet, so Towers would be the first one to have it. Now I'm pretty sure that Towers won't get wing coaster because it needs a lot of height and Towers can't go above the trees, and I think they're slowly moving out of the digging the pit for a secret weapon. It requires a lot of space, like Swarm at Thorpe Park. Imagine the height of that and how much space it takes. It just won't fit at Alton Towers, so it's just not for Alton Towers. So the Earth has 5 elements: fire, earth, metal, air and water. Wicker Man is fire and probably a bit of earth I've put because of the wood. 13 is earth, and I put nemesis because it's an alien and at the ground and that. But metal, a smiler, oblivion, nemesis, and then air is obviously air, and that leaves one more, which must be secret weapon. From this, I think it'll either be themed to something to do with water, like Atlantis or a Jungle Cruise or something, or it will be a water coaster. So what coaster fits where? In Katanga Canyon, it'll be the water coaster. So in number 1 you can see the station building, and then where it comes out of it. In number 2 it'll enter into a trough and up to the lift hill. Once it gets to the lift hill, number 3, it'll do a couple of helixes through the forest, which is Jules' queue line, and then down into number 4, which will be the main drop, where the riders will get like really wet. Then, as you can see in number 5, it'll enter the tunnel, but in this tunnel you could probably do with some theming inside just to make it more like a better experience. Then in number 7 it just follows the old route of the Congo over rapids, probably a bit of theming at the sides, but just like a log flume really. Well, that's 6 and 7. But then when it gets to number 8, it'll go up the lift hill corkscrew, which will make it the world's first upside down water coaster. And then it'll swoop round and into the last drop, which is under the exit bridge, and which is number 9. And then in number 10, just a little lift hill to take it back up into the station. So as you can see with the picture of the station, the pink box is the actual station itself. Orange is a pre-show because Wicker Man went down really well with the pre-show. The blue is the baggage hold, and the red the photos. And then the yellowy green is the maintenance building. And then in the woods between Nemesis and Wicker Man, just in front of Jewel, that will be either the Intamin Blitz or the S&S Axis coaster. So as you can see, number 1, well, I've tried to follow the layout as good as possible from the blueprint that I found. So number 1, it'll launch up into a turnaround section in number 2, then do some airtime hill over where it swoops down to the water in number 3, and then does a pretzel over the station in number 4. So feel free to go down below into the comments and put what you think Secret Weapon 9 will be. Make sure you subscribe. Once you've subscribed, make sure you click that notification bell so you'll be notified every time we upload a new video. Make sure to follow us on our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook and TikTok, and we'll see you in the next one. That's a wrap.